Story time. Yep. Story time. So we're just gonna do I was just like sitting here, you know, just got done doing a workout and getting healthy. And I was sitting here, I was like, story time. There's a story unfolding. So we're gonna do story time. What's going on with story time? Leave it. Story time. Story time. Who's this story for? Taurus. So Taurus placements in your chart. This is a story for Taurus. We're gonna do 3 different stories. No, we're not doing Venus retrograde. I don't know. The Venus retrograde kind of on an Aries thing was just a little too like scientific. And I was like, why don't we go into story time? Need something a little bit more artistic, more creative. So we have a story for a Taurus of some kind, some sort of Taurus. What's the story for Taurus right now? It wants to be shared. What? Oh, it's the story of the Light Warrior, Taurus. It's the story of the Light Warrior. Interesting. It's like the story of the Light Warrior that doesn't quite know what its soul essence is, what its gift from the divine is. It's got this energy of whoever this Taurus is knows that they're a warrior of light, but isn't quite sure what their soul gift is. So Taurus, whoever this is for, we're here to discover what your soul gift is. Okay. We're gonna find out what your soul gift is. Taurus, what's your soul gift? Taurus, the Light Warrior. Taurus, the Knight of Wands. Taurus in motion. What is your soul gift? What's your soul gift? What's your soul gift? 48 and 35. Lovers, romance, sexuality, intermingle, connection, intersection. Love's first connection with the partner is deliciously profound, but ultimately fleeting. Romantic sexuality offers an opportunity to cultivate unspoken understanding. This is a card of union, but it's the job of each partner to seize the opportunity. Connecting with others, ideologically, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, doesn't guarantee agreement. However, it can give a deeper understanding of one another, promoting love, compassion, and forgiveness. Choosing this card today augurs the need for some form of unification relating to your current situation. Allow yourself to meditate on your heart's desire and what it means if it were to be fulfilled. Your soul gift is union. This might be something to do with intimate expression too, is part of your soul gift, Taurus, whoever this Taurus is. And music. Flow, harmony, application, numbers, rhythm, relaxation. There's something about the expression through the form. It's almost like you know how to synchronize with the earth, with the cosmos, and you know how to express that through the form. Whether through dance, whether through physical expression, whether it be through actual music, it's like this Taurus, your gift is that you're a conduit. Your body is a conduit. You are unified with the elements, and your body is the conduit. 48 and 35, we have a 12 and 8. 12-strand DNA, you're definitely activated. 8. What's 8 representing? I feel like it also has something to do with your DNA and how you flow with your body, with your form, in correspondence with your DNA and with your light. There's some sort of expression that this Taurus has with DNA, light body. And it's the expression of that through the form. Really cool. So remember, this could be wherever Taurus is in your chart. We're just kind of playing around here. Okay, so what message wants to come through regarding this Taurus here? You're here to show the way with whatever this energetic is. Okay. So it's new. That's why it might seem foreign or unfamiliar for whatever Taurus this is. Because the soul gift is not defined. It's defined to you and your blueprint. And whatever it is you're here to do, you're showing the way for that. You're showing the way for that. Yeah, you're showing the way. You're showing how to harmonize mind, body, spirit with this way. Whatever this path is, with rhythm, with music. For some of you, it's working with creative energy and how you express that creative energy. Okay. There's a lot of decisions on how you can walk this path. There's a lot of choices. Like, this capability of your soul gift offers a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of pathways you can go with this. And I feel like that's a part of the reason why it might be feeling confusing for some of you in this Taurus placement, is because there's a lot of directions it can go. So it really is about simplifying your directions. There's so many choices. I know there's so many choices, but it really is about finding which one serves you. But I also, with this like smorgasbord of opportunity, I feel like you should try it all too. Taurus, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to try it all. And it is that having to make a decision that might be difficult, sticking to that decision. Because whatever you're doing, it's like all these paths lead back to the one, and you're the one blazing this path. You're definitely the one blazing the path for this key code, for this version of you. Yeah, you might feel like you're a little bit trapped by so many decisions, and that's okay. You can unstick yourself. So how do we simplify? How can this Taurus simplify this decision for them? How can they make a decision? Because it feels like crowding your own thoughts in regards to how to go about doing this. Okay, meditate on it, rest on it, call your energy back. So your energy might be scattered in so many different directions because it's like there's so many opportunities for what you can do. You need to call your energy back from all those opportunities. So Taurus, create a command. Whoever Taurus this is, I'm just going to call you Taurus right now. The one that harmonizes really beautifully with music and with planet Earth and with the universe and expresses that through the form, whoever that is. You need to call your energy back from all of these situations. Because, like, essentially, you got the download, the soul gift, right? Light Warrior got the download. What is the soul gift, right? And then as a result, your mind was like, well, I could do it this way, or I could do it that way, 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 I could do it that way. And your energy scattered all over. And now that you're trying to harmonize to this new way, you need to call all of your energy back to you. Return to a place of peace. Taurus, return back to a place of peace, because you're not stuck. It's just you're kind of scattered everywhere. And it is a little bit indecisive. Rest on it. It's not a time of doing, it's a time of being with this energy. To be with silent reflection, to be at peace too with the decisions that you make. Taurus. Be at peace. Be at peace. Include the inner child in this too. and reflect on your offering. So for some of you, you might want to chat with someone about this. You might want to talk to a water sign. Taurus, you might want to talk to a water sign. Also, too, is I feel like this is like an internal council with the fishies, right? So for some of you, you need to go to the ocean and have a little discussion. Talk to your inner child. Whatever this fish means to you. Could be an actual Pisces. Could be your inner child. It could be actually going to the ocean and talking to the ocean. Like, I feel like it's going to be important for you to get out the energy to communicate what it is. Like, you got to vocally process it, whoever this Taurus is. Include your inner child in the process, though. Your inner child, your divine child wants to be a part of whatever leg of this journey is. Okay. Include the inner child. Include the inner child first. Have that conversation, then start offering it to the world, whatever it is. See how it feels when you're in meditation and you're figuring out how you want to express this into some sort of creative way and be the way shower and the light keeper of whatever this is. Okay. First off, offer it to your child, see how it feels, and then start offering it to one another and to other people. Because it is a cup. And that's why you can't be selling 7 cups right now. It's about simplicity for Taurus. It's about simplicity. So we need you to get it down to 1 cup through meditation so you're not so scattered. Okay. Offer that cup to your divine child. See how it feels. As soon as you start offering it to your divine child and it feels right, refined, whatever it is that you're here to offer, when you start offering it with other people, you're going to find that there's other people that are offering it the same. But it's the same cup, but it might be fashioned a little differently. But we're looking at the essence of it. The soul. So whatever soul offering it is, right, with the expression of music, this union energy, this unified you through song, dance, and bodily expression, the more that you refine it in your way and make peace with this decision that you're making, you're going to find other people are offering the same thing, but it's packaged a little different, but the essence is the same. And it's a harmonization. Communicating through form, Taurus. It's time to ground and communicate through form. LB's live? What's LB doing live? Oh, Patty's live. Kind of want to just drop. Oh, no, she's not anymore. Go, little rock star. Dang it. I wish I knew that. I want to pop into Patty's live stream right now and be like, hey, I'm live at the same time you are. Just saying hi. Coming over and ding dong ditching. And doorbell ditching Patty. And then I'm going to send the bell. I'm going to start a new thing where if we're all live at the same time, we can ding dong ditch one another. Okay, cool. So we ding dong ditched Patty. All righty. So we're done there. We're going to do 2 more stories. 2 more stories since it is story time. Ding dong ditched Patty. Who's next up for a story? So we had Taurus. Now we have an Aquarius. So Aquarius. We have a story for an Aquarius. Story time for Aqua. Story time for whoever this Aquarius is. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And all the other spectrums and colors, bandwidths, and hues. Ah, Peter, just might be for you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I need to take it easy. Easy, Corey. Easy. You're doing too much. It's okay. It's good. So Aquarius. Story time for Aquarius. Story time for this Aquarius. Yes, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Jeez. Asengo namaratea. Aquarius. Aquarius. I want to call LB telepathically too. Okay. Aquarius, Aquarius. Aqua. What's your story, Aqua? So we have a story for Aqua showing up. What's his story? Story time with Corey, but it's about an Aquarius. Aquarius, another light warrior. Aquarius on its path. Ooh. On the path of power. On the path of power, on the path of clarity. Aquarius, you might be in the military. Might be a government official. Might be have some government contract, and you're here showing the way in that government contract. Please only take it if it resonates. Okay, now I'm getting clarity. So good that we're pinning this one down. So Aquarius, you're the one showing the way right now and blazing the pathway of what it is to truly stand in your power and to be the kingdom of your own journey. You're finding your royalty. This Aquarius, you're finding your royalty. It's got this very King Arthur kind of an energy. You're finding your royalty. Yet, to this Aqua, it's the pathway to your power, but still not quite sure on how to share that with the world. Just take it nice and easy. It's got this energy of like, I know I have this, but how do I express it or give it away? You don't give it away though. You know what I mean? Like you're not taking yourself and giving it away. It's just how is it shared with the world? Like how do I offer this power and clarity and truth to the world? And so it is a kind of a question point of, yeah, I know I am this. And I'm here on this path, this pathway of beautiful magic. But it's just still a little unsure on how that's expressed. Okay. There is some fear getting in the way. I want to state that. We're looking at polarity here. All right. We're looking at like the embodiment of power and the embodiment of disempowerment. So the reason why there might be a fickle truth in the expression of this is that we have a cross purpose here. We literally have two polarities that are existing, and it's creating a little bit of a stalemate. So the fact that these polarities are existing is what is creating this not too sure, this stop and go energy, the energy of stop and go. Yeah, it's about this inner conflict with yourself, this empowered and like this extremely empowered and very disempowered version of you. It's time to surrender to this internal battle that you're having. It's time to walk away from it. You have the power to do this. You have the power to initiate this change by settling this score with yourself. This is literally hierarchy versus lowerarchy, judicial system versus homeless, like, but it's within you. So this Aquarius, you have two systems that are fighting one another within you right now. And that's why the unsurety exists. You got to surrender to the internal conflict. Just admit defeat and walk away. It's not yours. Also, it is in how you're treating yourself in both states of these consciousness. So if there are two versions of you, I mean, there's multiple, but in this sense, if we're looking at two hemispheres, left and right speaking, masculine, feminine, one very empowered and one disempowered, the voice of reason, the voice of truth and clarity is going to be found through the heart and dissolving the conflict by surrendering this battle, that you actually have a choice out of this battle, but it's do unto others as you do to self, right? So how are you going to treat yourself from now on? Recognizing that you've got both of these held within you, how are you going to treat yourself? So Aquarius, it really is about you now making a choice on how you treat yourself, now that you recognize that these polarities exist, right? I'm pretty sure you're aware of it too. Six of Pentacles. You're getting something back from this though. There's an integration of a soul piece that's coming back, or a soul, I'm hearing soul remembrance. That's why once you settle this piece, I feel like the conflict will align to a resolution from within, and you're going to finalize whatever this is. And it might be an agreement or a contract to be playing out this polarity. Either way, the energy of this is about surrender now. There's going to be clarity. Because we have two opposing forces working together right now, and that creates a cross purpose, which creates a stalemate. That's why this isn't going anywhere. And that's why in this energy of stalemate, we just got to surrender. Yeah. Surrender and balance. Look at this. Temperance, Two of Wands. Make the choice. Make the decision for you. Hop into your Sagittarian energy. Wherever Sag is in your chart, hop into your Sag energy and make a decision. But also when you make a decision, come from your high angelic tone. Like, make sure the decision is made from the higher self and the angelic qualities, because we're looking at power and disempowerment. And this to me usually will mean like military, justice system, this version of you. A little bit patriarchal. It's almost like the versions of you that are coming through right now. One is very it's like upper class versus lower class, like an extreme form of separation that needs to seek resolution from within. So when you make a decision, whatever it might be for you in your pathway moving forward, make the decision from the high angelic. Make the decision from your angelic essence. Make the decision from heaven on earth. The version of you that has heaven existing within the heart and not this conflict. It's like, here's this fourth dimensional version of you that's playing out this battle from within. Choose from the fifth dimensional higher self version or other dimensional versions. Fire, heart, soul, light. Choose the soul. Choose the magic and alchemy of the soul and let that guide you through. Let that guide you. That guide you. Then I want to say, don't worry about money. Or for this Aquarius, you don't got to worry about what your mom thinks about you anymore. You don't have to worry about your mom or whatever this mother figure is. It might be mom, abundance, earth mom, definitely earth mom feeling. But this can be showing up in so many ways. So like the archetype of earth mom, if you're not actually in contact with your earth mom, it could be that there is a representative of that archetype in your life and you're playing out a scenario right now and you're worried about them. It's getting in the way and I feel like it's creating this conflict. It's got this feeling of like, what will they think about me? You don't have to take this on. Whoever Aquarius this is, you don't have to take this on. You don't have to worry anymore about this. There's an obsession with this worry. I feel like a part of this agreement of this is there's like a shadow side of you, a night side of you that enjoys this worry. Like the obsession of worry creates something. It's got a little bit of energy of a struggle narrative, like being addicted to a struggle narrative, being addicted to worrying. And it's a version of you. That's why this war exists. So it really is, at the end of the day, bringing everything back to peace again and remembering who you are in your angelic tones. It's like, especially since everything is split here, okay? Since everything is very split, I was hearing bipolar. So for this Aquarius, you might be diagnosed bipolar. But I will say, after going through this, I mean, you please listen to whatever you want to listen to. But what we're seeing is we're seeing an internal conflict that needs resolution, and it's got no way out because there's an addiction and an obsession to this framework, this thought process, and it feels familial. I'll actually say that this worry kind of comes from your mom or in the programming line of the feminine within your family, within your ancestral line. And there's an obsession with this thought. And so it's actually nothing like considered quote unquote wrong. It's just a behavior or a trait that's been picked up. Now, yes, there's always a biochemical response to this. I'm not a doctor here. Okay. So I know that, but I'm looking at the energetics. It's almost like things are split for a reason. There's an internal war, and it's about like, which wolf are you going to feed? At the end of the day, which wolf are you going to feed? Because both of them they're kind of working against each other right now. And it really is about coming into a place of harmony, bringing them into their integration, working with your alchemy. And like, it's like separating these parts to bring them back together into this oneness. You're going to have a greater decision. The other reason why there might be unsurety on which pathway to go or which way to go or which direction in regards to this is because they both have their own pathway. So we need to unify them. So like, if let's say you've got 2 or more versions of yourself and they each own a different pathway, right? Back to that 7 of Cups energy, feeling scattered. If you've got 7 different versions of you on 7 different pathways, whatever version of you is in the suit or whatever aspect of you is showing up at that point in time is going to have a different pathway. Very kind of scattered and very, it's an indecisive energy. It's an indecisive energy because there's so much worrying because there's no action. It's a stalemate. Once again, it's a stalemate of just being in the energy and trying to figure it out rather than doing. But also too is that it would appear as bipolarity or separation consciousness because you have 7 or more different decisions that you're making every single day. Now, in this instance, we have 2 different energies propagating 2 different pathways, right? So we have 2 different timelines that are coexisting in the field, which means that you could be going in one direction and then all of a sudden it switches direction on you, right? It's duality. It's duality. So you're playing a game of chess, and it's about whether or not you're on the night side or the light side, right? Whether you're the whether you're the empowered, whether you're the empowered like elitist, or whether you're like the disempowered junkie on the street. You know, that's kind of like what I'm stating here is like there's 2 archetypes that are existing right now, and those archetypes don't agree. And they each have a different belief system. So when you get both of them on the same page, it's going to rattle your cage. because it's really about how do we unify them and get them together. That's why the energy of surrender is coming through for this Aquarius. Right. And they need to come together because then a decision will be made. There's an agreement. There's, with this, it seems like there's an agreement. Okay. That these different versions of you, these polarities would meet in this lifetime from within, and you would have to work this out. And of course, tracing it back to the mother, the lines of the mother. But also too, is I want to say that you worrying about your mom stops you from doing this work. Obsessing over someone else deflects the narrative away from you. It's an escapist routine, which is such an easy trait to pick up, especially if you come from a line of addiction, escapism, running away, which is familial ingrained, cultural ingrained, right? So there's so many things that come with this. That's why temperance is here, moderation. Temperance, moderation. So if it is in the lines of addiction, it's about balance. It's not about the substance, it's about moderation. Balance what you eat, drink, and do, but it's also balanced thoughts. Balanced thoughts, balanced energies. Something needs to come into balance here, and you're going to see movement. Either way, what I really like is at the beginning, you're on the journey. You're in the journey of the light warrior. You're there. You are one of the coolest light warriors in the deck. Look at you. You're on the horse. You're the knight. You got the cloak of salamander, and you got a wand. How much cooler can it get? You got the pyramids behind you. You're like ancient Egypt blended with Celtic love. You're a beautiful multidimensional version of you shown up as the white light warrior. You got a cloak of fire here. But there is something that needs to be resolved. And it is in the game's realms of polarity. It's in the realms of separation. And they're the ones that need to unify. And you know this. To this Aquarius, you know this. You have the truth within the palm of your hands. It's about making that decision on how to bring them together. So start creating that commands and that declaration for yourself. Invite these versions of you together. Invite them into peace. God bless the broken road, right? Song playing right now. God bless the broken road. It's like you can fix this road though by inviting it into wholeness, wellness, and oneness. And to this Aquarius, if you want to talk about it, reach out to me. If you're a part of my Patreon community, you can definitely reach out to me. Okay. And we can talk about this. This is easy. And it begins with you creating the declaration that these two versions of you are ready to come into wholeness and oneness and integration within you. And start creating those peace agreements. And peace will come, guaranteed. So would it be. All right. This Aquarius, I love you. I know it got a little intense and fiery, but it's that sometimes systemically we're told certain things. And when we start to go into the energetics, especially someone who went through this, I mean, I was in the system for a very long time. Learning, and here's the thing is learning about energy and learning about the archetypes and the psychology of things. I've been able to repair versions of me and with help of other people as well. By no means am I saying that I'm a doctor here, because I'm not. Please, if you're talking to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, please do, right? I am not a professional in that way. But my experience has taught me a lot, and I'm sharing that experience, and that's it. So you can take it or you can throw it away, right? Take what's for you and leave the rest. Either way, this is just me expressing my truth about what I'm seeing in the energetics and how we can bring this into balance, okay? Aquarius. So I'm just randomly pulling stories for whoever needs it in the collective group. So I'm not picking anyone out. This is very like autonomous. I pull a sign and then I just go through with the story. I've never done this before. This is actually my first time doing it. I was just sitting here and I was like, story time. It's story time. And then we start pulling story time. So it's like individual messages. If it resonates, take it. If not, cool. So yeah, we're just playing. We're just playing. What music am I listening to? I'm listening to, so it started with Jesse Buckley, I believe. Yeah, Jesse Buckley. So there's a really good movie called Wild Rose. Yeah, brother, reach out to me. I love you. Reach out to me. There's a really cool movie called Wild Rose, and it's about this lady that basically she's born in Scotland, Glasgow, and she's a country singer. So even though she's born in Scotland, she feels like she's from the United States. So she sings country. So basically it's like kind of like slow country songs. It's a really good movie though. It's called Wild Rose, and I believe it's on, I don't know what it's on, but check it out. Wild Rose. Good movie. We're going to change it up though, because I feel like we need something a little bit. Yeah. Lana Del Rey doing time. Okay. Who's the next story for? Who's the next story for? Libra. Thank you. Got this relationship. So we're here for Libra. There's a Libran energy in the air. Get it? There's a Libran energy in the air, and Libra, this story is for you. When she is on, there's no left for me. Mama Bear wants to show up. Hello, Mom. What's everyone doing? Tell you that she's evil, most definitely. Okay. Libra. Sun and rising Venus. Anywhere in your chart. This is for a Libran energy. But whatever Libra this is. It's for some sort of Libran energy. What's the story for Libra? What's the story for whoever's Libran energy this is? Libra, Libra, Libra. Woo! The Libra that's got a lot of decisions to make in life. Okay, so it is a Libran that some Libra out there that cannot make a decision, and it has to do with self-worth and self-value. A lot of cups here. A lot of choices and a lot of cups stacked in your favor, Libra. I want to state that. There is a lot of decisions here. Like, maybe not quite sure which decision to make, but there's a lot of cups stacked in your favor. That's why it might feel difficult for the, I wanted to almost say for the first time, but I don't want to characterize that. Libra, whatever Libra this is, Libra in energy, you're standing really solid. And that's why you have so many decisions. The most important decision you can make, though, is for yourself. It's for your highest good, for your highest honor. So if there is a lot of opportunity out there, it's because you created all that opportunity. And whoever this Libra is, I want you to state that there's so much opportunity, yeah, because you created that opportunity. So like, take a moment to just feel into that. Take a moment to feel into the fact that there's so much available for you right now. Because A, you've been so open. B, you've done the work. But also you created that opportunity. Because you knew, okay, Libra, at a higher self level, you knew that during this time frame, you needed options. You needed options for a reason. So you created options for yourself. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You created options for yourself because you've come a long way and you've done the work. But there's the King of Swords again. I feel like programming is getting in the way. I feel like here we come back again with the King of Swords. It's like there's so much opportunity, self-worth and self-value, but dad wants you to be traditional. And that's very much so the energy here. It feels like tradition is getting in the way. There's something about framework lens, right? Like there's something about dissolving the framework and blazing something new. I feel like tradition and authority itself is getting in the way from you being able to make a decision. This very much so has the energy of like, you're ready to make a choice, but there's this lingering thought and it's like the voice of dad. The voice of dad, the voice of the system, might be the voice of military. There's another version of you, okay? This is not outside of you. It's a version of you that speaks to you, and it speaks to you in not so nice of a way. This is not the voice of reason. I'll say that this voice, whatever this version of you that is communicating with you as a belief system, a program, it's your cellular body, might be another dimensional version. It's a little cutting. It's the one that keeps you in alignment and keeps you in check. Libra, you don't need to be in alignment or in check. You don't. Like you're perfect wild, right? But a part of you being Libra and being the scales of justice is you might have taken justice into your own hands. So you might be kind of like a little bit of a Batman figure, right? And as a result, you're committing an injustice to yourself by talking to yourself this way, Libra. Whatever Libran energy this is, you're doing yourself an injustice by talking to yourself this way. If you are the energy of justice and the energy of balance, we need to bring this polarity into balance. It's swaying too much with a little bit of being a little bit too cutting to yourself. And as a result, you're cutting yourself down from all the beautiful opportunities that you've created. And you created that because you've done the work, you've gone through the initiations, you've created this opportunity with a lot of deep worth, a lot of love, and a lot of value, a lot of self-value. Now, this version of you is coming in and it's cutting you down. And I just want to state, yes, it is a powerful version of you, but right now it is the one that kind of seems to be getting in the way here. Okay. Libra. Hmm. So, the reason that this insecure version of you, okay, so like, even though King of Swords, very powerful energy, is like, we almost like, we need you to just kind of put it back a couple of paces. Like we need to put this, there's a part of you that needs to come into check and to come into balance. And it's about taming your beast and seeing it through the eyes of youthfulness. Because it's the same energy. It's just gone through a little bit of a regression in age. So this version of you, you're going to find strength in witnessing the youthfulness of this version. This is the energy of the wild unknown with this through the eyes of youth. It's got a little bit of energy of a regression. Like we need to take it back to childhood. There's something in alchemy where we can take this version of you and we can bring some youth to it. But don't turn away from this version. Don't turn away from your strength. Don't turn away from your strength. Don't turn away from your power. Don't turn away from your wild nature, because this traditional aspect is trying to keep you into some, it's like not in a victim way. Remember, this is story time. But this version of you is keeping you in tradition. And don't turn away from the freedom of your wild nature. There's something about the wild version of you that wants to come alive, but you're turning away from it. You're almost cutting it. You're trying to cut it out of your life when actually you need to offer this love, because this version of you is love. You got to surrender. Surrender guilt, judgment, and blame over this version of yourself. You need to walk away. Once again, conflict resolution through peace, and it's divine surrender from within. Now, here's the thing. As this is occurring within, it can be occurring without, right? So for some of you, this might be that this is like, there's some family rifts, like you're trying to make a decision, but dad's getting in the way, right? Or like some sort of father figure or representative of that, could be a 3D system, whatever is. It's time for you to, like, because this is occurring internally, it will be showing up externally too, whether you're aware of it or not. It's just showing up in the energetics. But we're coming into a place of surrender and peace again, just like the energy with Aquarius, with Aqua. Libra, it's about you settling the conflict from within with this part of you. For some of you, this might be actually having a formal apology to a father figure in your life. If this father figure is no longer alive, you can write them a letter. You can do a burning bull ceremony. Either way, there's some sort of peace and conflict resolution that can happen with this version of you, and it is through some sort of sacred ceremony. Just writing it a letter. Keep it really simple. You don't have to get complicated with this, right? Just get straight to the point. Okay, Libra, get straight to the point with this energetic. Make peace with it. It is something that's returning from a past, because we have also the energy here. This is do unto others as you do to self. This could be because the reason this energy is showing up is because you might have mistreated this energy in the past. It's showing up as a return, as a lesson. Showing up as a lesson. It's showing up as a lesson. It's showing up as a lesson because it's teaching you something about clarity and showing the way. Because here we are, like in the age of Aquarius, King of Swords. It's almost like this energy itself is a teacher. So like, you know, I was about to ask, would you fight your own teacher? Well, me as a kid in school, yes, I did. I would argue with my own teachers. For some reason, though, when you see this thing, this energy, whatever it is, as a teacher, whether it's mom, dad, brother, stepsister, boss, lawyer, government official, politics in general, right? Because this can just expand out. When you come to peace with this version of it and see it as a teacher, you're going to get the lesson. It's like very much so saying, don't fight the teacher. Settle the conflict you have within regarding authority. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm not telling you to submit here. Stay wild. It's about peaceful resolution with authority and authoritative figures. But we're still here in a lot of self-worth and a lot of self-value in regards to you being wild and untamed. So we're not telling you to tame anything. We're just coming to a place, we're surrendering the resistance with authority so the authority no longer has a power over us. Look at this. Yellow sky, empowerment. Empowerment, empowerment. Solar plexus, soul light. This is a version of you. And as soon as you settle that, you will come into greater clarity and harmony with it. And I feel like the choices will be easier to make. Yeah, take the high road. Take the high road. You, in this Libra, whoever you are, you know what the high road is. You know what this high road is. So then, and a part of this right now is the teaching of this energy, whether it's systemic or whatever, is how to carve that high vibrational pathway out. It is literally showing you the exit door, saying, rise above it. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. It's funny because as you are meeting this energy with fight and with strife and with discord, it's bringing back more discord. Do unto others as you do to self. You're interacting with consciousness. So it's got that pendulum swing here, right? So if we swing too far in one direction, it's going to swing back because there's momentum in this energetic. And the thing is it's actually this entire time that there has been conflict and internal conflict, it's actually been showing you the way on how to carve a high vibrational pathway out of this energy. The energy itself is showing you how to evolve the energy, but you have to pay attention to the energy. Don't resist the energy anymore. There's always a higher order, and not just traditional sense higher order. Trace it all the way back to source. You're being guided here. Even if it feels like you're being misguided or you've been wronged somehow, you're being guided. It is that version of you that is showing the way. Hero font. Inner guide. Okay? Inner guide. Inner way shower. Inner master. You hold the keys, but it is about balance and recognizing this, that you are that way shower. So yes, tradition, order, things like that come into play. There's always a cosmic order. There's always a divine order. Even if it's chaotic, there's a divine order. Even if it's complete, utter chaos, there's a divine order. You're a part of that divine order. So including if the integrated, expansive version of you, right? Playing in divine order. Now is going to begin recognizing that this version of you is you, and it has its order and its direction, and it's been directed to guide you to your highest vibrational pathway. Even if it doesn't feel good, it's literally guiding you to the most beautiful version of you and to that pathway that you want to be on. It is helping you to rise up, but you have to surrender to it. We have to dissolve the conflict with it and see it for what it is. Now, once again, it doesn't mean that we click subscribe and we start playing in tradition. No, because we're still here in the energy of the wild, untamed, but at peace with ourselves. Right? This is deep honor over who you are in your primality, in your wildness, in your freedom. This is the lion being very free. So a part of honoring that lion with self-worth and self-value is allow it to be a lion. Whether it's a part of a pride, whether it's leader of the pack, whether it's Simba, you're still breaking free from tradition. It's showing you how to do that though. But you got to pay attention to the energy. Okay, Libra? Cool. Really? Dang. Adele, someone like you? Okay, we'll just let it play. Intense messages with weird music in the background. All right. We're going to do one or two more. One or two more stories with Corey. Who's this story for? on, you've been hogging the readings all day. You know what? You're going to get one more opportunity here. Okay. So we had 2 rolls for Aquarius again and 1 roll for Pisces. That gives us 2 different readings. I said I would do 2 readings. We're going to do Aquarius again because there is an Aquarian energy and it's showing up twice. And if so, it's persistent. It might be the same Aquarian energy, it might be a different Aquarian energy. Either way, once again, there's an Aquarian energy that comes up and it has a story. Now, whether this is at the actual age of Aquarius, like if we're working with the zodiac sign of Aquarius and how that spreads out through all the Aquarian tribe and all Aquarian placements across all time, space, across all dimensions, across all realms, seen and unseen, who knows? Either way, we're working with an Aquarian energy and a Piscean energy. So whether it shows up in one reading or we do 2 separate readings, we'll see. We're going to do Aquarian. So, because at first Aquarian rolled and I was like, no, dude, Aquarius has been all over the readings today. So I rolled again. So it's persistent and I know to listen to spirit. And if it's going to be persistent like that, as God is my witness, as the goddess is my witness, we're going to honor what Aquarius needs. This is what Aquarius needs. And then we'll go into Pisces. Whatever this Piscean energy is. So Aquarius, Aquarius. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. I'm sorry, Adele. I like this song, but just not anymore. Ariana Grande? No. Rihanna work. Okay, why not? I don't know where this music is coming from. We are working, so it's a good work song. I want to do Sammy Farrow, though. Sammy Farrow is my jam. Okay. Aquarius. What's the story for Aquarius? It's a decision. It's an Aquarian that's making a decision. And it's it's once again, it's an indecisive choice point for Aquarius. Okay. Here's the thing, Aquarius. Now that we're here, I have to honor free will, freedom, autonomy, and sovereignty. And karmic superimposition. You're here making a decision. The decision is between, do I listen to the system or do I listen to my inner child? What voice do you listen to? You're going to have to make that choice. I have no energetic investment in this situation at all. And as a result, I cannot play with your freedom, free will, autonomy, and sovereignty. You're going to have to make a choice. If I start to, especially if this is karmic, okay, if this is a karmic situation you're in, and I begin inserting and interjecting my energy into it, I could be interfering with your karma. And as a result, I pick up that karma. No, thank you. I'm not doing that. You can shift out this karma. I want to empower you to let you know you can shift out this karma. But there is a decision that you have to make, Aquarius, or you're indecisive. Go within. You don't have to listen to one truth over the other. Once again, split. There's a merger of these two. And what I would state for myself is to make lists. Get out a pen and paper and start writing down what each one of these versions of you is expressing for you and go into what feels right for you. Okay. Go into what's right for you. Is there any inspiration that I can give this Aquarian energy regarding this choice? Because I just don't want to get into karmic entanglement. Is there some sort of inspiration for this Aquarian energy? Yeah. It's a reminder that the indecision is in your hands. Just as the decision is in your hands, the indecision is within your hands. So this is a reminder that actually all of this is within you and is occurring within you, even if it doesn't feel right. Okay. World in the hands, wondering which direction to go. You know. You might have to look at the looking glass. You might have to separate from the situation and go into observer. The other thing too is if you want to talk about this, you can reach out to me one-on-one. Okay. Reach out to me one-on-one. I'm going to leave it there because it does feel like some sort of situation. I don't want to get into karmic entanglement there. I love you. I support you. I honor you, but I also honor your free will and your integrity. And you'll be able to, you're going to figure this one out. I want to empower you to be able to make a good decision here. Okay. Okay, Melissa. It's all good. Super got your back. Super got your back. All right. It's way too easy to resonate with everything. Well, also too, as we hold all energetics in our chart, I too can resonate with so many different stories. All right. So we had Pisces. We had a Piscean energy come through. Let's see what comes through for the story for Pisces. Pisces. Story time for Pisces. What's the story for Pisces? Piscean energy. So, this Pisces is seeking counseling. Seeking counsel. Three of Pentacles. And it has to do with happy home. And I'm hearing happy family. It's like happy wife, happy life. Happy family, happy home. Here's what I want to state to this Pisces that's looking for some sort of guidance on how to build like a happy home or how to find happiness. First off, you got to keep other people's happiness out of your area. Other people's, this is an encroachment, and being a referee, I call foul. Find your truth. Being silly here, but like there's people that are offering their wish fulfillment onto you right now. It's like here, it's got this energy of just like dumping their wish fulfillment on you. And that might be why you're asking this question, is there's a disconnect from what your happiness is, because it's like everyone else's happiness is getting in the way, getting in the field. And as a result, you're like, you recognize it doesn't resonate, but it's how do we clarify what that is? Because like here you are holding the staff. Keeping away everyone else's, you have your wand in your hand, keeping away other wands. You're defending the other frequencies because you hold what this frequency is. It's just how do we translate it? So for this Piscean, it's like, it's almost like I want to remind you that you have it. It's just how it's translated. It feels very detail oriented. Like, you know the answer, you just got to sort out the details because it's going to take a practical plan. Also, too, is you might want to talk to someone about this. I feel like processing this with someone, vocalizing, is going to help. Finding a teacher, finding a guide, finding a counselor will help. It will help because there's other people's truths, other people's creations that are getting in the way. And you, Pisces, you feel that disconnect. You feel it. You feel the disconnect because you're holding a certain vibrational frequency, and you also have a tendency to take on other people's belief systems. You have a tendency of like, gosh, it's like almost being suffocated by other people's truths. Now, we're not in swords energy here, but it's like, it's got this energy of just being a barf bag of other people's creations, right? Which can be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Like, not every creation is like, we don't want to hold judgment or polarity or sway or opinion on what these creations are, but these creations are having an effect on yours. Now, you feel the effect because you actually hold the truth within. It's now about what is that truth. So since this is appearing in your reading, it exists within you. So the happiness, the celebration, the home, the family, the wife, all of it, just the idea and the ignition point that it is a belief system that exists within you is clarifying that it is coming for you. And not like it's coming for you, but like it's coming for you in a beautiful way. It's already on the way in. You even expressing, even showing up in the energetics is showing that you're calling that forward as an experience. Now it's about clearing up the pathway so you can align to that experience. So it is about alignment. And knowing that if it's showing up, if it's a thought, if it's in the field, like right now, it's there. It's already a part of your magic. It's a part of your creation. Just got to do this really quick. It's a part of your creation. Your 10 of Cups, your wish fulfillment, your happy home, it's available to you right now. Do you need to figure out the details or just kind of allow yourself to align naturally? It's up to you. It's about perspective. Glass half empty, glass half full, which is understandable. With everything going on in the world, there's been a lot of disappointment in your life, especially all this stuff. This is a very understandable energy. But it is about a mindset shift. Easier said than done, I know. Trust me, I know. There's more going on to this, and I recognize that for you, Pisces. But there is little things that you can do that will assist in the perspective. And it's about creating that new routine and building that new routine for yourself. Self-love routine, workout routine, mantras, eat healthy. There's a lot of things you can do. It's all of like the stereotypical new age recipe, right? I'm not the only one with this freaking recipe, right? There's a bunch of people that do it, right? And they're like, oh, just treat yourself well. It's like basically type in taboo new age or shit new age people do, and there's your solution. Now, why is that solution so prevalent? Because it actually works for a lot of us. It does. Yes, I'm being silly and kind of like dogging on new age. I do that a lot because I have a lot of personal beliefs and personal opinions about it. I'm allowed to have that belief and opinion. There's a lot of it that works, though. A lot of it that works. And so it really is about you tapping into your intuitive abilities and knowing what's right for you by you in the highest alignment with your sovereign soul self, with your higher self, with your oversoul. It's really about clearing out the damage and the wreckage of the past and saying no more to what those frequencies hold within your form. So the more you clarify and purify who you are at a soul level and a higher self level, the more the human begins to fall away, and the more you begin to recognize, apparently, who you are in this etheric eternal quality that represents this wish fulfillment and this reunion, this home life. This is literally the energy of paradise. Okay. So if this to us was the energy of paradise, Pisces, whoever's Pisces this is, if this was the energy of paradise, recognize that the reason that paradise is even showing up in your field is because paradise exists within you. It's just not being able to see the paradise. Why? Because there's waters ahead. There's a journey. If you try to cross right here, who knows if you can swim? Well, you're a Pisces, you're going to be able to swim. So you're going to have to use the bridge, and it's a long journey. There's so much focus on the things you can't do rather than the things that you do have. So a part of this perspective shift, Pisces, is going to be gratitude. Easier said than done. I know. I do the same thing. I spin out quite quickly at times. But I also recognize that I am a creator of my reality. And my thoughts align with who I am within the form. And I need to align those things. So we're speaking of alignment here. So the inner coach, the inner Wayshower, or the inner guide, or the inner counselor would say, start focusing on the things you do have. Look at the love that still exists around you and within you. If it's not around you, it's within you, but it's showing up around you. So it is around you. You just got to find it. Like, yeah, everything might be falling apart, or that's what it feels like, but there is a perception shift that exists within you that will be able to reframe this. That's the highest vibrational pathway, is how do you choose to see this? Perspective is everything. And perspective is a lot when it comes to alignment. And also, when you're in alignment, perspective will shift easier. So if you're not in alignment, okay, perspective might be a little bit harder to shift because you're not in alignment. So then what does this Pisces need to get into alignment? Because we have Wheel of Fortune here. You can turn the wheel in your favor here. So how do we get this Piscean energy into alignment? Self-worth, self-value, and independence. Independence. Entrepreneurship. Freedom. So for some of you, it might be building your own business. Either way, we're looking at a Nine of Pentacles energy. So it's about you embodying the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so for this Piscean energy, ow, that burnt. If you were to describe this Nine of Pentacles and write it down on a piece of paper and turn it into a mantra and recite that to yourself every single day, what would your story look like in this energy? We have, for myself, we have the cloak of flowers, floral essence, the energy of the feminine, deeply connected to Mother Earth, very spiritual, glorious, abundant, a lot of self-worth, a lot of self-value, a lot of confidence, admiring her creation, loving her creation. So this version of you, which feels to me like a step away from heaven on earth or step away from paradise, is a part of your action plan and a part of your alignment to get to fully anchor into this abundant paradise on earth energy that you're embodying. So as a result, what is this for you? Start working with vision boards. So yeah, it is a little bit, here's the thing. This energy is very isolative. Alone, fending off other creations, but alone. And here's the thing, is the end goal is togetherness here. The end goal is family, home, life. Now, a part of that is to recognize that you're not supposed to do this alone. But there's something about this independent, abundant, beautiful version of you that is not detached to anything that is necessary for the buildup. So a part of your alignment is going to be detached, independent, vibrant, beautiful, abundant, golden, powerful, connected, nature, nurture. So there is an embodiment here that is being asked for you right now, but it is a co-creative experience. Whatever Pisces this is, I want to state you're not the only one that's doing this. You're not the only one that's doing this. You're actually, it's funny. You're not the only one who's having this thought. Where's my paradise? Why isn't it here yet? I've been doing the work. What's going on? Oh my gosh. All these silly creations entering my field. This is a collaborative effort in the collective and maybe in a soul group that's occurring right now. Many of you right now seeking the same counsel, seeking the same truth. And I want to remind you how funny it is that our perception of reality is that we are separate, when in fact we are actually together this whole time because of the quantum field. It's just that you're feeling separate because you're having to, there's a lot of things not in alignment with you that you're pushing away right now. But that which is within alignment for you, it might not be physically here, but it's there. And it's everywhere. So this beautiful, abundant version of you, this independent version of you, it needs you right now. And you need it to land in this. And this collective group needs this inspiration as well. Because there's a decision that needs to be made about how to move forward on this journey. Once again, another reminder, you got the whole world in your hands for this Piscean energy. The whole world in your hands. There's a lot of concern though regarding subjugation and control in regards to your pathway. This energy is very present, and it's what it is. It's essentially what we're looking at is, I'm afraid of walking onto a 3D timeline. Okay. That's okay. Feel that. Wounded warrior, you've been through a lot. Chiron, you've been through a lot. Mars, you've been through a lot. I understand. Been there. Been there. Completely get it. This thought is not an unfamiliar thought to me. Okay. Well, there's this new journey, but what if? Of course. Once again, indecision. Which way do I turn? Because you don't want to make a wrong choice, and I understand. But once again, you're not alone here. You're not alone. You're not alone. Because this happy place is attainable. This paradise, this heaven on earth, the happy family, the happy wife, the happy relationship, the kids, the family, the joy, the miracle, the rainbow bridge, Pisces, it's here. It's available to us. Just how do we get there? And why does this energy keep getting in the way? Trauma. Trauma, wounded warrior, wounded masculine. A lot of Mars energy. Isolation, being single. Taking on too much. Gone through a lot, lost a lot in life. But let's keep our highlighted focus on this. So Nine of Pentacles energy, it keeps showing up. It's your golden ticket. And it's you as the golden ticket. Right. So if you're in this energy, okay, to this Pisces, if you're in this energy, do you think this energy would fear this energy? Do you think this energy has any resonance with this energy? There's one version of it that does, and it's choosing a journey with this. So as you're unraveling this past trauma, this past fear, this collective struggle, and the ignition point of what this beautiful, independent, godly, divine, innocent, peaceful version of you is, okay? Let's focus on the Fool here. White rose, peace. Androgynous, male and female. The true embodiment of God's source, divine innocence. Right? Yes, there's a warning. There's a little bit of a warning. But there's this really deep connection with the all and the oneness the Omega, the God consciousness that carries us forward. The energy of the Fool is very light on its feet. It's very independent, very light, very curious, very innocent. But it's also with here paired with the Nine of Pentacles, it's very abundant as well. So yeah, the thing is that there is a little bit of like a fragility and a stalemate when it comes to choosing a pathway from this energetic, from Nine of Wands and the Devil. You know, for some of you, your wounds have created addiction cycles and obsession cycles, right? Masking the pain, escapism, things like that. For some of you, you might have actually gone through some sort of slavery at some point in time. Energetic slavery, like we all have with the third dimensional systems, especially in the masculine energetics. Come on now. You've been through some stuff. This Pisces energy, you've been through some stuff. I understand. But this beautiful, independent, glorious, powerful, golden version of you exists here and now. And it's the one that wants to make the decisions. And so, yes, the eyes of this might come up and the wounds of this might come up, the wounds of the father, the wounds of the masculine. But we need to stop letting this energy in. How do we stop letting this energy in? Because it's affecting the choice on pathways. It's affecting our perspective. No doubt we cannot, Pisces, this energy has had an effect on our lives, but do we have to keep letting it have an effect? Especially when there's more than one of you currently going through this situation. There's an entire council that's trying to figure this out right now. And they are. Yeah. So Pisces. Look final. About balance. About recognizing there's a multi-dimensional version of you, once again, foot in two worlds. Waters of the divine, as above, so below. Seeing with the eyes of the soul, the sun, third eye at the sun level. Eyes of the soul, sun, soul. Heart on fire. The illumination point is that which you see is a part of your pathway from within. That which you know is a part of your pathway. That which you know is being highlighted and illuminated to you on the pathway of where you go. But we have to pass through this gate sequence. A part of recognizing that your alchemy is a very delicate process. Very delicate. These to me resemble, when I first saw this, it resembled the orchid. And the orchid, to grow an orchid, if you've ever tried to grow an orchid, oh my gosh, it's a process. And it can be very delicate. Your mastery that is being finely woven right now is a little delicate. Now, not delicate as in fragile, right? We're not coming from this energy. We're talking about a delicate weaving. It requires moderation. It requires balance. It requires a deep knowing and a deep trust. It requires you to trust that heaven on earth exists within you. This paradise that you are calling forward here and now, Pisces, it exists within the heart. Okay? It exists within the heart. And it is a process that's unfolding in your lives. Freedom is within reach for you. But you got to balance. Got to balance. And you also have to recognize that every part serves the one. Okay. This is the separation of parts. Oil and water being passed back and forth until we separate the parts. So there might have been some energies that were blended into your field that aren't entirely yours. Okay. We need to separate those energies, but also honor these energies for what they are. They're part of the process. That might be why there's been indecision. When it comes to karmic contracts, soul binds, soul agreements, different partnerships, twin flame journey, energies can intermingle. So there's a process of a refinement of coming into the truest, purest version of you as the sovereign soul self. To find out what this clarity is for you and how to do that. But once again, it's about focusing and highlighting on this beautiful, abundant Nine of Pentacles journey version of you, and then showing up as that pure, divine, innocent God source spark on your journey. It's a merger of these two energies, but these two energies are you. So even when we were talking about the energy blending, right? Yes, these are all versions of you in the true source connection. But there's something that is clouding from the most beautiful version of you from showing up in the clarity that you need. And it's from the subjugation. It's from the subjugation. So you might want to look at Chiron in your chart. Start playing with those energies. Look at where you're still fearing persecution, where you're still fearing control, where you still might be escaping your wounds, where you're still running the energies of obsession or addiction. You might have to do a liver cleanse for some of you. By the way, I'm with you there. You're not the only one. By the way, you're not the only one. Whoever this Pisces is, you're not the only one. And it really is about this delicate balance right now. And not delicate like fragile, but there's a pathway of balance that exists within you, and it's about finding that balance. Okay? It's about finding that balance. That was intense in a really cool way. I like readings like that. That was intense. Yes, Zed's dead. Heart's on fire. Hello, everybody. Be the thermostat, not the thermometer. That's too good. Yep. What is likened to itself is drawn. Toth. Thank you. Very Toth. All right. Since we're in a good flow, I'm just going to keep going. Yes. Thank you, Mel. I know. I like it too. Something was like, I really like how these are rolling through, because it's collective. These are collective themes, and I know it's affecting more than just one person, but it's good to kind of play with the energies and see it, because like I resonated with that message, heavily resonated with that message, right? But we were working with the Piscean energy. Into the deep we go. Okay. Speaking of which, ooh, yeah, we're gonna play Galactic here. Galactic. The artist Galactic, and it's called Into the Deep with Macy Gray. Such a good song. I wish, someday in the future, YouTube will let us stream music on here. We're not going to ask for any copyright things, no money. We just want to share art. And we're going to be able to do that without getting sued or getting our stream shut down. Right? It's possible. So guys, I'm going to do a quick intermission. Go use the restroom real quick. Get some snacks. I'll be back, and story time will resume in about 5 minutes. Time magic hookup. Welcome to Quickie Mart. How can I take your order? Yeah. Is this guy doing magic lifetime? Yeah, he is. Is there a problem with that, sir? Nope. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I've got my cootie shot. Cootie shot? Really? Yeah. Cootie shot. Does Corey have a cootie shot? When he was a kid. Okay. Boom. I'm taken care of. What are we doing? We're inviting in love into this place. Inviting in peace. Inviting in clarity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So basically, what I'm doing is yes, magic juju tincture. Yes, it's magic alchemy essence. So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm taking my astrology dice, and I'm like, who's the story for? And I get a zodiac sign, and we do that. We just go from there. So we're just gonna keep doing story time because I got good energy. We're doing good. So the story. Start cleansing the dice. Capricorn. So we have a story for Capricorn. We have a story for Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Story of My Life by One Direction. I guess we're going to play that song. Funny, Dollar Diva is playing by Galactic, which is a total Capricorn song. Use a Dollar Diva. Okay, anyway. Sorry. I give Capricorn a hard time. Capricorn's very near and dear to my heart. Capricorn. Capricorn, we're going to play Peanut Butter Jelly by Galantis. If at first you don't succeed, Capricorn, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So Capricorn, for some reason, this Capricorn, I feel like you lost your spark. You lost your flame a little bit. Don't worry, we'll get it back. It's because the wick is wet. I know. Because we soaked the wick. That's okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, what's this story for Capricorn? Sorry. It was a good idea to listen to the song. It's just Capricorn. What's the story for this Capricorn energy? Cabbage corn. What's the story for Capricorn? What's the story for Capricorn? What story wants to come forward for this Capricorn energy? So this Capricorn energy, it's a story of the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, which feels like the journey of a divine masculine who's trying to make his way to this Queen of Cups energy. It feels like a journey. So this could be the hero's journey. Either way, Capricorn is prevalent in this. So Capricorn's here in the energetics, but it's a story of two or more people. But the archetypes that are coming through is multidimensional mama and the divine masculine. So we're looking at a story of these two energies meeting. So once again, we don't know if this is a partnership. We don't know if it's a relationship, if it's a relative, if it's another dimensional version. Either way, we have two archetypes showing up and it feels like a journey. And it's a journey of learning, actually. It's a journey of remembering. Page of Wands. So we're looking at a journey of awakening or a journey of lessons of learning. Yeah. So it is a story of betrayal. Oh, man. This is a story of a divine masculine that's not supported. It's the energy of a it's the energy of a divine masculine that doesn't feel supported on his journey or has been betrayed a lot. This version of the divine masculine is trying to find home. Sorry, I can relate to this energy. That's why I'm getting emotional. Actually, I'm not going to apologize for feeling. This divine masculine energy doesn't feel supported or has a tough time finding support on his journey back home. So we're looking at the hero's journey. But this Queen of Cups energy is here. And it feels like it's just in the field observing. like doing the readings. It's okay. So this Queen of Cups energy's kind of got this observer in the field watching this kind of take place. This energy, since we are looking at the energy of Capricorn, this could be Capricorn could be on either side. Either way, Capricorn's in this. What other energies are supported in this? Because we're looking at Capricorn. We're looking at Capricorn. We're looking at Leo. Capricorn, Leo, Taurus. Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Pisces. Okay. So it's a journey of the divine masculine going home. It's a journey of surrender, and it's a journey of not feeling supported, not being supported, or a lot of betrayal. A lot of shit's happened to this masculine. So what about this Queen of Cups? Since we know so much about the masculine, what's going on with Queen of Cups? Just air out both sides, right? This Queen of Cups knows what it's like to be in this Queen of Cups could be actually a Leo energy. Either way, this Queen of Cups knows what it's like to find freedom and to have beasts, to have burdens. It knows what it's like to be wild and free and to tame its demons, essentially. It's a very strong energy. Even though this is a very emotional energy, it's a very emotionally strong energy, and I'm hearing emotionally appealing. It's a very emotionally appealing. It's very multidimensional. It's got a lot of power. Like the power to be able to take a lion and to nurture it with so much love and kindness, man, it's a lot of power. To not fight your beast, but to like tame it. And not tame it, train it, groom it, but to like honor it for what it is and to get along with it and to befriend your beasts. Quite a big feat. Let's know more about this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups actually too knows a lot about the pathway of being a light warrior and having to make decisions, having to juggle a lot. This Queen of Cups energy knows what it's like being a way shower, a trailblazer, holding this much magic and having to make a decision. So we are looking at the energy of decision and balance here. How to maintain balance, how to take these versions of you and bring them into balance, right? Because here we are, 2 Pentacles, juggling. Some see it as juggling. This is also too with the infinity loop coming in. This Queen of Cups energy, I want to say she, he, she, we, it, they, right? Whatever. This Queen of Cups energy knows about balance, knows about how to bring these multiple versions of ourselves together into unity. It understands creation, and it understands the balance of work and play, the balance of being and doing. This is actually, this is a master who knows mastery on the journey. And this master that knows mastery on the journey sees this, sees the masculine, sees the pain and not support in what it is to find home. There's something relatable in this energy. Like it's got this energy, like the Queen of Cups is watching this Emperor because it can relate to it. Okay, can relate to it. A card just did a kickflip. I thought a card flipped out, but it actually just did a kickflip. Yes, tarot cards can do kickflips. What do we need to know more about? You know what? Here, hold on. I'm going to stop there for a second. I want to state this. We're going to look at what is connecting these energies, because it's like we've got this energy of like someone kind of in the field observing, knowing that this is taking place, but there's something that connects them in the middle. So what connects these two energies? What's the connection point? What is the bridge of these two energies? Yo, 10 of Cups comes out, I'm going to crack up. The card of the bridge comes out, I'm going to laugh. Oh, no. Okay. What? Seven of Cups is what bridges these two energies. I want to state its dreams. So yes, this is the end. There's Seven of Cups has so many different variations, but this is coming through as dreams. There's a shared dream here. The connection point of these two energies is the dream. So interesting. Okay, hold on. We're going here now. Shared dream. If any of you have watched are up to date with Miss Remy Healings or up to date with Russell, they both come up with this shared dream energetic. Okay, so we're looking at the energy of the shared dream. What was it? Leo, Capricorn. So it's Capricorn, Leo, Pisces, Taurus. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to start paying attention to these readings because this is fascinating. So we had Pisces, we had Taurus, we had Cap, and we had Leo. So we had two earth, one water, one fire. Interesting. So the energies that are connecting these two energies and why they're observant are the dreams. There's something about awaiting what this new timeline and how it leads to happiness. There's something about this shared dream of knowing what it's like to be at the top of the mountain, to be at the top, the peak of your journey. The peak of your journey, knowing that the truth will set you free and that this truth is happiness. This shared dream is kind of like awaiting. There's been discussion of this new timeline. I've even talked about it. If you go back in my readings, you know, for the past couple of months, we've been talking about new timelines, new realities. It seems like the shared dream is that we know this reality is showing up and we know the truth will set us free. And it's that rainbow bridge DNA. It's that happiness. It's that wish fulfillment. So what is that wish fulfillment? These are independent energies that are seeking a singular form of truth, and it connects at dream level. It connects to the dreams, the truth of our dreams, and how we make our dreams manifest in reality. Underlying theme here, the Empress. There's something about awaiting this truth and awaiting this happiness. Waiting for this stuff to show up in the reality. Three of Wands is waiting for the ships to sail in. Like the ships themselves are carrying truth and happiness. It's got this energy of awaiting the arrival. And this shared dream is awaiting that reality to show up for us right now. So is this an energy that we have to wait for, or is this an energy that we go get? Because that's an interesting part of balance. Work and play, being and doing, is that this Queen of Cups knows that there's a time to be and a time to do. So this is kind of a being and a waiting energy, or is it that we need to go get this energy? So that's going to be a question point in this story, is that in this story, do we go get them? We go within. We go within. Glory is not meant to do that. This is you go within and you do your own oracle work. This is the empowerment of you to go within and to trust your intuition. Trust your mysteries. Trust your goddess. Trust your priestess from within. So the high priestess needs to take a lot of time out. It is an isolative energy because it needs to stabilize its connection to the divine. Right? So a part of the bridge point of this journey is it's trusting your intuitive knowing, but going within and finding your own answers. I'm not meant to give you this answer. Because actually both of these energies are awaiting this answer to arrive. But here's the catch. It doesn't arrive. You go within because it already exists within you. So we've got this energy of meditative. Also, too, this energy might be worked out in dream times. This is the shared collective vision or the collective dream. And right now, to bring the dream forward, the dreams need to merge and need to be paired. No man is an island, especially if we're in the energy of unity and in unification. So this shared dream, this shared vision, it's happening in dream time, but we also need to trust the pathway, trust the alignments, trust our truth, trust our knowing. It really is about trusting our knowing. I want to get a little bit more on this story of the Emperor, though, because the Emperor has been through some stuff. He's learning. He's learning how to review his own creations. This Emperor is in a phase of learning. an initiation of some higher learning, recognizing that. But there's a shared point in this journey. Here's a point of resonance between the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. It's the cloak of fire. They both have a cloak of fire on. One's got a horse, one doesn't. So it's interesting. The shared resonance is they share the same light, but they're at two different phases of their journey, but they share the same dream. One has a little bit more than the other one. So the other one's got Amma, it's got the horse. They both share a wand. One's just got a little bit less than the other one. So there's this sharing of co-creation. There is this energy of a little bit more of an adornment. Both still on the same journey, wearing the same cloak of salamanders here. Right. One's in a refinement of skill set, and one is in the energy of doing. So you see, there's a separating link here, and not to play into separation, but it's that it's like one's got a little bit more freedom, or one is one's earned the right to have a horse, and the other one doesn't have a horse yet. Right. So this could actually be mobility. One's got a little bit more freedom of movement. They both have freedom of movement. It's just that one requires less effort than the other. So one can actually be in this doing energy, and one has to do a little bit more at a physical level. There's some sort of, there's an initiation. There's a level that separates the two, one being a knight, one being a page. They're both in the wands. They're both sharing the same cloak, right? So we have to work with that energy. It's just one might have a little bit more or different circumstances. It doesn't have to do with one is more or one is less. It's just different circumstances. But the common thread, the common sharing is the cloak of magic and the cloak of fire. So the cloak of fire brings them together. So we found a commonality. The commonality is the dream. The commonality is their light. The commonality is the magic. The commonality is their fire. They're also on the same pathway. They're both on the journey of the wands. One is just a little bit younger than the other one. But there's a shared dream. So there's this energy of like maturation, like one being a little bit more motherly. Kind of like, it's got this energy of I can take you under my wing. I can take you under my wing and show you a few things. And a little bit of show and tell. And I like this story, actually. It's a really cool story because it deals with home. It deals with support, and it deals with someone actually seeing a little bit of themselves in another individual. So this is a point of relation, a point of community. This is how communities are built, guys. What's really beautiful about this energy, especially since we've got what? Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn, and Leo here in this energetics, is this is how communities are built, right? We take two different storylines, two different pathways, and we belong at a point of connection. So what is that connection? Where do we unify at? And it's unifying at the dream, and unifying that we're on the same pathway in the dream, just different levels. Right? So there are degrees of separation between these two individuals, but the commonality, the focus of commonality being dreams and being magic. Right? So can we take our dreams, can we take our magic and weave it together? Anything's possible. And we'll see how the story unfolds. Either way, this is a story of a masculine who's gone through a lot of stuff on its journey, and a Queen of Cups that has been through very similar things, and they're meeting at a point of connection regarding dreams, regarding dream time, and they're on a very similar pathway. Now, the answer is up to us to go within and to find this answer. So if you've been awaiting this answer, Pisces, Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, if you've been looking for what this answer is, it's within you. It's within the energy of the High Priestess. But there's a lot that comes with the High Priestess. There's balance. Okay. There's balance. Balance of shadow and light. Middle path of the master. Stay in the gray. Don't sway into the polarity. A lot of this within is a refinement frequency, and it's an initiation. Trial by fire to get to the inner sanctum of the priestess. So this is a rite of passage, and I feel like one individual might have more access to this than another, because the other one is still going through lessons and learning on the journey. And in the evolution of the soul, there are times when this energy is easier to tap into and easier to process because skill sets, practice, circumstances. You know, when we're working with especially this Ten of Swords energy, this kind of an energy can be really hard for someone to fully relax into their intuitive knowing, because the burden of the Ten of Swords creates a little bit of what we would see in the Nine of Wands energy, right? A little bit of a hypervigilance. That's just my perception. But this energy, for some reason, it almost seems like this Emperor is very used to this energy of the Ten of Swords. Like it's almost become comfortable. Yeah. This Emperor has gotten used to this Ten of Swords energy. Yeah. A little bit on the depressive end. There might be some mild depression with this masculine energy, with this Emperor. Some mild depression regarding this. A little bit weary, a little bit hesitant. Might even be a little bit flaky. Okay, I just heard that. This masculine energy might be a little flaky because of this. So we don't want to fault or put it in the wrongdoing for being flaky, especially with the Ten of Swords. Understandable. Yo, if you had 10 swords in your back, would you trust everyone you encountered? Right, it's part of human conditioning, but we're here to break that human conditioning, because remember, the shared point is the dream. There is a unity focus on this dream. So this separation, while it might still exist in the energetics or as a part of the storyline, we don't have to fixate or hold to it, right? Because we still have dreams coming alive. Teamwork makes the dream work. So we have a team here. We have a team being built, sharing a dream. Sharing a dream. Both here? Yeah, both parties. Both parties are walking forward, looking backward. There's something in the past that's still being held on to that is obviously getting in the way. It depends. I'm hearing in the field that other people are perceiving this another way. I'm taking it as there's something as you're walking both on this pathway. Okay. So it's interesting because it's two separate energies, but similar theme, similar pathway, awaiting this glorious, abundant, beautiful timeline. And when it arrives, this new truth, the truth shall set you free, the sword of truth. There's something in the past that is coming through in this present moment, and that's affecting both energies, and it's affecting the dream. Oh, it's being left out in the cold. These two energies know what it's feel like to be abandoned and to be left out of society, to be left out in the cold, which is beautiful, right? But we don't want to connect at that thread because we keep systems alive. Okay, so if yes, it's good to relate at this, but we don't want to stay there either. This is a part of quantum biology. When these two fields meet, the mirror neurons fire off this program and this signal. So now it's about clearing this signal to make sure the signal, that we repair this signal so we don't keep this energy alive. Now, what's good about the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Cups is strong on its own. It's been through a lot of the journey, but there's still a relation point of this abandonment or this isolation or this being left out in the cold. And so it is about repairing this energy. So if you relate with this story, you might want to look at the Five of Pentacles energy and how it's affected you in your life, right? Because this can be a catalyst or a part of the journey to get to the Ten of Cups. But I don't see this energy residing within this energy because these are two different polarities. One is togetherness. One is isolation, separation, abandonment. So what we're cluing into is a certain energetic from the past that's affecting both of these energies. And all the signals are pointing to abandonment. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I know that we can relate at this wound, which is good. But like relating is a good thing. Okay. I mean, you're talking to someone here who's gone to 12-step meetings, right, for a very long time. not anymore, but used to go to 12-step meetings. And yes, it was like, I've been through this. I've been war stories, right? It's a way of relating. It's a way of connecting. But when we connected the war, what narrative are we keeping alive? And how does that energetically connect to a system? So if we want this paradise, we want this heaven on earth, we want this, like, so yes, we can relate, but do we keep this connection alive? Because the connection is in the past. We are walking forward. Both of these energies are walking forward on the journey, forward momentum, eyes in the past. So there is a old story that's affecting this present moment. And it's up to us to go within and to clear that story, which is the story of abandonment, the story of betrayal, the story of heartbreak, which I believe consciously, if we were to sit down, everyone in the population, especially here in the United States, we're going to find this story alive. It's a very common theme. There's various levels of it. Some of it might actually be homelessness. Some of it might be like orphanage, foster care. Some of it might just be a feeling. We all hold this story in place, but it's affecting this present moment and it's affecting the dream. So there's beauty in this. Shared dreams create beauty, but also too is that this is affecting the collective dream. That's why the dreams are being shared, because we're there to not only share the dream, but we're here to share the dream and to share the experience, whether it's together or apart, but we're also here to clear out the energy. It's kind of like a mass overhaul of a healing journey. It's like a collective healing journey that happens on the collective pathway. And it's a part of cosmic law. This is coming through very much so with cosmic law. This has got this energy of a cosmic law of unity, cosmic law of unification, and doing this together. For real this time, doing it together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And the dream can work. The dream can thrive. The dream reality can occur. But it requires a team. And it requires us honoring this new cosmic law that is being established right now for all of us. Okay? Very cool. Like that. That one got emotional. We'll cry the rest of that one out later. So cool. Yes, Red Rover, 3 days in a row. And thank you. Thank you for the 19.99 donation. I appreciate you. Thank you. Lots of love here. Beautiful. I'm glad we're all connecting. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling? I think we've got, I love doing this. I love doing story time. I think I'm going to do story time more. So it was heavy, but it was good. Very well it could be your sister. And it very well could be your sister. But also too, flip it and reverse it, right? We're looking at the energetics. So we're looking at there's so many possibilities. I have women in my life that hold the masculine frequency. I have women in my life that are sisters. It could be soul sister, soul family. It could be actual physical sister. We're looking at the energetics of it. So it really could be anything. I want you to open up to miracles and possibilities. Because it's you creating the dream in every now moment. And as long as you recognize that you are creating the dream, you can create it however you want it to be. That's the choice point. Spectacular detail. 833 here. 833. Okay, we're gonna do just maybe 1, 2 more. I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. Keep going for now because this is fun and I like this. I like this. It's better than just sitting here in my head. Why not play story time with Corey? And it's better than smoking. We're on 72 hours, no nicotine. I almost did today, but I didn't. I had the thought and I didn't. Instead, I worked out, I exercised, I ran until I almost passed out, and then I went live 3 times. So we're just going right into the hustle. Okay, we got an energy of Taurus showing up. We got Taurus showing up again. Okay, there's a Taurus here that's got a story. Taurus has got a story. Who is the Taurus with the story? Ooh, Steve Aoki. We're going to listen to Titanium. I don't know why. That song by David Guetta featuring Sia. I am Titanium. Okay. Taurus has got a story. We're going to switch it up, though. We're going to start blending in Oracle cards. We'll let this deck sit for a little while. I need to get another deck diamond. By the way, this deck diamond created by Rion over at Team Light. So if you go to teamlight.com, teamlight.org, he creates these deck diamonds. They're Orgonite deck diamonds to help with clearing the energy of your deck. Always plug in the homies. Taurus. There's an energy for Taurus. Taurus wants to come through for Taurus. We got a story. We got a story for Taurus. And I've got a feeling the Muse Tarot is coming out, so it might be a story of love. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Story for Taurus. What's the story for Taurus? What's the story, Morning Glory? Woo! It's a story of living light. Okay, Taurus, this is about seeing the beauty in life. It's about finding your light from within. So I'm going to read out of the book, Out of Sacred Spirit, what it says. Normally I don't go into traditional reading the book here, but it wants to come through, so we will. So this is a story of living light energy in Taurus. See the beauty in life, spend time in nature. Understanding that everything is energy, the air we breathe, the elements, emotions, sound, animals, people, our thoughts, all of this is energy. Living light energy is positively charged and full of physical life, radiating its permeance throughout the universe. Cosmic and earthly energy is all living light energy as it stems from the celestial light source. All of creation, the cosmic Big Bang, and its remnants make up the wonderful and beautiful collective of living light energy. It is pure energy that vibrates at its original blueprint. While energy is transformed, transmuted, and recycled across time, its living light energy hums in synchronicity with universal planning. All energy pulses its divine signature with plants and animals, also resonating with living light energy. The very state of their being, biologically unaltered, is an open receptacle to living light energy, with creation in all forms stemming from its divine beauty. Living light has been said so much on this. Opening yourself to receive living light energy requires only an open heart that wishes to be balanced and harmonized with universal flow and the divine source of all that is. Whole and complete, this energy now awaits you to integrate and unify your heart into an all love energy. Currently, you may have discovered or reignited a passion for crystals and gemstones, water gardens, walking or hiking in nature, and gardening. These beautiful energies are encouraging you to connect with living light energy, to open your heart to natural beauty and the breath of life. Right now, see the beauty in life. The simplicity of nature and its divine elegance will encourage you to reset your mind in the present moment. All energy is recycled. Know that now you are changing your attitude in life, soon to emerge from the deep slumber of transformation. Surround yourself with living energy, such as plants, crystals, or minerals to support your light body through this powerful transition. Okay. So, yes, affirmation. I integrate living light energy within my heart, mind, and soul. I am one. So this is a journey to oneness. It's a journey of finding source consciousness. And it's interesting because especially with the sun aligning to the great central sun, which is December 18th, right? Sagittarius A. The connection point to the great central sun is that this is about an energy with Taurus of aligning to its source consciousness and seeing itself as source expression, which is cool. It's the journey of awakening. It's the journey of awakening. Yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. I've been on a good flow with original Rider Waite, but Light Seers wants to come through. So since we are in this energy of living light and seeing light and living as light, why not pull out the Light Seers deck? Dude, Katy Perry, Roar. Dang, okay. This is just how it's syncing up with the energies and how I'm feeling about things. Really cool. So this Taurus energy, finding itself as source light. So this is the story of becoming source by Taurus. I heard this is the story of a bully. So this Taurus might have been bullied. You know, Taurus bull, it's kind of a joke. But let's see what's going on here. They held me down and I got up. Yep. See, this is really cool during the story time, how it syncs up with the music and the intuitive messages I'm getting. Like we've already created this. We're just playing it out. The journey of soul slip. First card out, the High Priestess. So we've got the energy of the divine knowing, the energy of the becoming the divine human, that connection point to source, the rebuilding to what your source spark light is, but it's also finding the balance within source, recognizing that there is both polarities that exist, and standing in that. You're not standing in the way of it, you're actually allowing it. So we got this energy of this Taurus recognizing that a part of the interconnectedness of the cosmic orchestration and their connection to source is by allowing source to be exactly what it is in all shades, hues, bandwidths, tones, and just standing as a conduit. So a part of recognizing that we are source consciousness is also being a conduit of that source consciousness, which is just being open. It's being open to experience. It's being open to clarity. It's open to connection. It's open to our intuitive knowing. It's open to our power. It's open to balance. It's open to balance. It's also recognizing that the universe has a pathway with the Tower energy. This Taurus, you might actually be an oracle. Okay, so this Taurus might be a divine messenger. This is very much so got the energy of like the journey of becoming a divine messenger, but also recognizing that the universe has got some tricks up its sleeve. Recognizing that at any point in time, flows can shift and change, currents can redirect, we can move in different directions. So it's about really very much so a part of this connection to source is trusting the connection to source, right? We were talking about the connection to the everything, to the all thing, to the one thing, to the no thing, right? It's the everything and the nothing all combined into oneness, but it's also recognizing that there is a flow and there is a divine order, there's an orchestration, that there is a direction to this, even if it feels chaotic, that there is a direction to this, that these pathways, they at the drop of the dime, literally, you can move into a whole different direction. And I state that a lot. You know, I tell people, they're like, oh, you know, especially being nomadic, where are you traveling to? And I'm like, well, you know, I'm going here, but I state all the time, kind of jokingly, all I have to do is fart in a weird direction and my universe will shift me into another choice point or into another creation or into another avenue, right? It's like, it's the fragility of quantum energetics. And it can, you know, when it comes to things like dependability, It can be difficult being dependable to other people's needs, wants, wishes, being an oracle and being in divine alignment, because the divine alignment is that we're honoring this source alignment and what our creation is expressing to us, for us, by us, and where that creation takes us to. But it's also recognizing that a part of being this channel and being this support is that we also have to support human needs and human wants. It's the integration of that, which is the high priestess. It's the all within the form showing up as what we call the divine human. It's divine and human meeting together, having a kiss, sharing a word, and becoming the divine human, right? So it's our cosmic connection. And that cosmic connection is irreplaceable. But also, too, is there is a fragility in that because of what's going on in the collective, agreements, purification, activations. We also recognize that Thor's hammer has a great level of power at hand, right? In regards to where we're going and what's going on next. So there's this energy of almost being living light is also surrendering to that light and surrendering to where the universe wants us to go, which is hard because sometimes that means that we're here for people. Sometimes it means we're not. Sometimes it means we're close together. Sometimes it means we're far apart. Sometimes it means we're alone. Sometimes it means we're a community. There's a lot that occurs with the cosmic shifts and the cosmic orchestration. So a part of this story is what it's like becoming source consciousness and the fragility of the experience, because we never know where we're going to be or where we're going to end up. And we don't know when we're going to go, when we're going to stay. It's living a life of quantum and connectedness and connectivity to that quantum. What I like about this reading is it's very simple. It's not very chatty. It's very simple. There's a lot expressed in very little here. And I feel like that's the thing about source code is when you download source code, when you download star codes, light code, dragon codes, you're in that oracle energy, is that very little does a lot and means a lot. So yeah, and it's embracing the light of this connection. It's the journey of celebrating source. Celebrating that connection and what it provides for us. 1-9 here, 1 to 9. It's the energy of cycles, beginnings and endings. There is something about celebrating the light of us and celebrating the light of source. That is a part of this journey. And something that wants to be highlighted and focused is about celebrating our connection to divinity, celebrating our cosmic light, celebrating our source, celebrating our radiance, celebrating our beauty, celebrating our joy, celebrating our splendor, celebrating our ignition, which our ignition is the spark of celebration. That is the frequency of joy and what it is to be living light. Because this living light, while it exists within, it came from somewhere. This living light came from a source. So yes, we can argue which source it came from. Is it God? Is it the goddess? Is it this? Is it that? We can agree that there is a source point, what some might say is the great central sun, where this comes around. And this is about recognizing that there is a divine order and divine orchestration. But the more we celebrate and embrace that, the more we surrender to that, right? But there's joy in it. There's joy in it. So yes, the energy is catalytic. Yes, it's the connection of the sun, the soul, right? So, but this soul is not outside of us. This connection that we seek outside of us is not outside of us. It's actually within us. It's within reach. It's in the inner space, the inside. As above, so below, as within, so without. So it's about recognizing that this sun solar light exists within you. And a part of being living light is that you are living that light. So now that you've stabilized these connection points, you're on this journey, you're honoring the flow, you're in surrender, you recognize the fragility of the experience. How are you living as light today? Now, recognizing light itself, the frequency of light, is just an energetic signature. It's a carrier of signature. What signature are we holding? Because it holds many different hertz and bandwidths within that signature. So light itself being encompassing of all signatures, okay, oneness is What signature are you playing in? So a part of that living light is that we can get into arguments about shadow and unconsciousness and Jungian work and shadow work and archetypes, and that's just feeling separation. Either way, if we can all recognize that interesting, light exists at all these different bandwidths. What is our signature? And I feel like that is the connection point, is what signature do we want to embrace here and now? Because in the frequency of light exists the tower. What we call the disruptor. Hi, my name is Corey. How can I help you? I'm a disruptor. Part of being a disruptor is we show up in people's lives, and just us, we're the catalyst. So we just show up. We don't have to do a whole lot. Things will change. But there's also the energy of the light of this. So this is also now representing the dualistic nature, in a sense, of source light consciousness, which is the creation and the destruction. It's the obliteration as well as the creation, and how both coincide and coexist with the one. As one clears the way, another one builds the new. All of them sparks, all of them light, right? They're just contrasting in different ways. But if we see how the connection occurs with the high priestess, contrast is a part of her makeup. Do you see how the wisps of black lead to here? The wisps of white lead to here. All of them meet at the center point. And what is the center point of this creation? It is source light. So it is this source light that has gone through separation, through the dimensions, to land within the form, and the resemblance of that. So a part of this is deconstruction and creation, cycles of death and rebirth, the phoenix. But what we highlight and focus on in reality is what comes to be. So if we are here to live as light and we have choice over our signature in the avatar, what is our signature? Every word creates a signature, a hue, a bandwidth, a tone, a hertz, love, fear, choice, freedom, sovereignty, ecstatic bliss, joy, love. So if each of them hold the signature, and that signature is what carries the sound through the tone of the form, what signature do we choose to embody? Since we are connected to all the signatures, what is our signature? Welcome to being the avatar. So there's a choice in signature in how we choose to represent ourselves as light. But we are here in light, as light, living light. So how are we living our light fully? Question point is, how are we living our light fully? There we go. It's interesting. We have to observe where our mind goes when we think of source. Got this energy of kind of wandering off, drifting off, which can very much so be a part of our journey with the Page of Cups. It's like, where are we being whisked off to? Where is this energy taking us right now? Oh no. Ah. There's a time to go up, and there's a time to come back down and land. But this is a liftoff frequency. This is a drifting. And there's something about the miracle of this, because here we have the pig flying. Oh yeah, when pigs fly. Right. So there's that energy of wish fulfillment here. There's that energy of, well, if I have this connection to source, and source can create everything, and source is everything in all signatures, where do I go from here? What do I do? Right. Am I a miracle? What kind of miracle can I produce as a result of living light? If I'm living light and I can produce miracles, what kind of miracles can I produce? If I have miracles at my fingertips through this energy and through this level of creation, what miracle do I create? Right. And then think about what we can do with that as a collective. Can we actually get pigs to fly? If we put enough focused intention on creation as a collective, what can we create? Because we're creating in every now moment. So there is this energy of okay, so now that I have all this access and all this potential from within me and these signatures, what signatures am I producing? Because I can produce miracles. I have miracles at my fingertips. I have Midas touch within me. It's within my DNA. It's within my soul light. So as a result, what sort of miracles can I produce for myself and for others? Now, whether it's a miracle for self or a miracle for others, that's up to you, because you have the free will choice here. Now, there's cosmic orchestration, there's divine alignment. You know, I've dealt with this too, where sometimes I'm just here to produce miracles for other people, and my miracle will come. It's about pathways and alignment, right? But it's about, now that I am choosing my signature, now that I am this living light, what do I create from here? What sort of miracle can I produce? It's also too is, can you let yourself get lost in source? Because actually source is a finding point. If it's the everything and nothing, that's the point of arrival and of awakening. But to drift off from the third dimensional landscape or the form, and to go into the formless, to melt into that dream state of formlessness, it can feel strange. Because what we're doing is we're losing control. We're surrendering to a divine alignment. And so a part of this drift off frequency and this alignment is that connection point up to source. What do we do with it? Do we go with the flow? Do we go with the pull and the current back to source, back to this living light? Because we are about to anchor. Do we drift off? And that's entirely up to you, because you got free will choice here, whether to stay, belong to the form, or to drift off within that. Right? A lot of people fear being out of body or being taken away in the currents and the shifts and the changes. But once again, universal redirects. That's a part of being this high priestess energies. Universal redirects. So a part of that is going with the flow, going with the momentum, going with the shifts, but it's also recognizing as above, so below. What we're calling forward and what we're reaching up for, it also exists within ourselves as well. This kind of got a little bit of energy of like, what if? The energy of playing with creation. So if I am source, right? If this man that I have no idea who he is on YouTube is talking about this stuff, and it is possible, what is it? It's kind of like allowing yourself to go there, freedom of thought. If there's a injection point of a thought form or a belief system, where does this belief system take me? It's kind of like allowing yourself to go there, allowing yourself to drift off with whatever belief this is as being living light. You carry this within you, but it's very much still got this energy of surrendering to being living light, because there's purpose in this direction. This is not purposeless. Even though it's like flowy and wandery, and some people might be like, because I've had people that do this, they look at my life, they're like, you're just a smoked out liberal. It's like, okay, can you like not, can you not? Like, yeah, I've done things, but like, just because I'm a source light doesn't mean that I'm like a liberal or a conservative or, you know, United States. Come on. There's a lot of politics stuff here, especially in Arizona. Not all that wander are lost. And that's the recognition point of this, is like this energy of wandering and letting go and of doing this. It might seem frivolous, and it might seem like it's not doing a lot for some people, because it's different. We're working in the etheric and the esoteric and the energetics, and it's not really fully understood by a lot of the population, including ourselves as way showers and as guides. Like, we only know a fractal of a fractal of a fractal, or a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of what it means to be this. And we're just trying to translate this through the form to the best of our ability, because all we got is our connection. Not to say all we have is our connection, but it's like, it's our stabilized connection to source, and how we express that through the form. That is gifting what this is to other people. And we have different frameworks, lenses, stories, ways of putting it, and ways of expressing it. But at the end of the day, it's about expressing it and allowing ourselves to live as above, so below, and to stay connected to those multiple dimensional versions, but also to recognize that this miracle of light exists within our fingertips, and we can share that with everyone on the journey, however we choose to. Okay. So it's just a journey of light. It's a journey of light. It's a journey of miracles. And when pigs fly is when pigs fly. But it is also about your belief. Like, if you believe pigs fly, then pigs are going to fly. So mote it be. I want to point out here, I just saw this. I'm so glad I saw this. The etheric connection of love between all other people as well here too. See that? There's a hand over here. There's an unknown. There's another dimensional version. There's a gap here that shares this experience and shares this love. And that's the frequency of unity. Right. So it's that there are other people that are wandering together with us, and there's others that are sharing this journey. And for that, it creates hope within my life. to know again that there's interconnectedness to this, and to recognize that just beyond my perception of reality lies another individual where we share that same connection point, where we have our pieces of the puzzle coming together to create what this unified love is for ourselves. And it's the merger and the sharing of that love and that light and the messages of hope and the connectivity and the balance point of all this that is the living light. So a part of this living light and the interconnectedness of all these branches as the living light is there's not just one living light, there's many living lights that live together, unified in the field, that share this living light. And each one is a bronchial or a tube or a passageway or a river or a delta or a fissure or a fracture in the cosmic orchestration that holds a story or a streamline of codex that puts together and pieces together what this source light is. So essentially, we're all just a puzzle coming together, unifying the puzzle. And so, yes, we as freaks unite and the lighthouses are joining together. But for a lot of us, it's simply a place of feeling and it's a place of trust, because it's not quite in the form yet, because it's still in the realms of invisibility. The realms of invisibility is the unknown. That's where miracles happen. The miracles happen beyond the veil. Before they show up here in the form, they happen beyond the veil. And a part of the miracle that we're awakening to is that there's more of us out there. And we're just sparking that cosmic web, right? Finding where our thread is in the tree of life. And we're just plucking our tune, hoping that the resonance seeks somewhere, whether it's in the field or whether it's here on YouTube, right? It's like a lot of the times I have no idea what the heck I'm saying. Divine messenger. But it's about that chord that sparks a resonance within our lives that creates the song and the dance. The orchestration isn't that there's just one person here. We're all plucking our strings and making a beautiful chord. So we're all in a reverberant chamber of what the soul self is, what the source self is. And we're just playing our hues, we're playing our harmonics, we're playing our bandwidth, we're playing our hertz, we're playing our signature. And that signature matches up with other signatures. And collectively, all those signatures come together and create the orchestra. That's the magnum opus. So the magnum opus being the final movement, the final piece, is that everyone is tuned up. Right? We've got the entire sections together. We got horns with flutes. We've got woodwinds. We've got guitars. We've got singers. We've got choirs. We've got angels. We've got tambourines. We've got percussion. And each one is ready, singing their soul song, unifying what this light is. And we're all just playing our music, playing our divine orchestration, living as pure light energy, recognizing that this frequency reaches somewhere. So whether this resonance actually lands in this dimensional bandwidth or it affects or has a cause and effect here in this global show, it does. But this is also extending beyond time and space. So this is also the reverberant chamber of our voice, of our truth, of our soul's expression that lands in places that we haven't even heard, seen, or felt, because a part of this connection point doesn't mean that this is on planet Earth, because we're in the realms of miracle or the realms of multidimensionality, which means that this person that you're connected to might not even be in this star system, might not even be in this universe. They might not be in this time frame. But either way, there's an interconnectedness to this. And that's a part of us pulling this source light down through the form as the priestess. And recognizing that, yes, while there might be separation in form, in the formless and in the quantum, there's nothing but interconnectedness. And so as a result, there's this level of trust that comes through with the interconnectedness, knowing that if I'm playing my string here, and someone over in China is playing in their string, and someone over on the Pleiades cluster is playing their string, right? And then we've got Orion and Aldebaran, and we even have that unknown star that's not even within our reach. That all those sounds, tones, and hues are making up the spark of creation that we would call source. And we're just here, it's a little spark playing our song. And all of the sparks playing their song together is a part of the cosmic orchestration, whether in this world or other worlds or other dimensions, other timelines, other pathways, alternate realities, parallel realities. We're in the eternal, and a lot of that eternal is unknown. And that's a really powerful thing to know. But the one level of relation, again, just like the last story, is the interconnectedness of that. So it is the place of feeling, or the place of trust, and the place of knowing that, like, even for you that are looking for a divine partner, that they might not be here in the physical, but they're there. There's an etheric connection, and it's the red thread. It's the story of the red thread, that which is meant for you will always be for you. Whether it's here or it's gone, whether you just recently broke up or you've never found it in your life, it belongs to you and will always belong to you. There's hope within the memory. Whether that archetype has served its functioning and you're inviting in a new archetype, there's a return of a person, or this person has left planet Earth. Whether it's a deceased relative or someone you haven't met yet, there's still a connection point. And look at that. They're meeting in a place of presence. Present or presence. It's a moment of presence. It's a knowing of multidimensionality and of creation, and surrendering to that. Whether it shows up in form or it doesn't, all hope isn't lost. Whether it occurs in this lifetime or another lifetime, we're gonna meet. We're bound to meet. If we're an infinite eternal expression and infinite eternal creation, you and I might not meet in this timeline, but we might meet in a few lifetimes from now, whether on Earth or in another star system. The one thing that we can relate to is the interconnectedness of this, and why it's important for us to really honor our connection and our signature in our song, because our signature, our song, is a part of the cosmic orchestration, or the cosmic song. So we're just a cog in the wheel, a necessary part of the cosmic orchestration, and all of it lands together and works together in a beautiful harmony. Whether that harmony is victorious, it's discordant, it's all harmony. All of it coexists back in the one, and that's what it is to be living light. So just choose your soul signature. What is the signature that you want to reverberate today? And that's what it is to be living light. Wow, that one was fun. I like doing that one. That one was good. Hey, Ray. Alexander's good people. Very, very good people. So if you are the card of the tower, you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix. If your card is the tower, then your focus is on death and rebirth. So we always, like, especially in the journey of Tarot, there's a highlight for us. And like, so for myself, the highlight was the High Priestess, and now it's the Empress. So like my energy is kind of following the High Priestess and following the Empress. So for you, it's going to be following the Tower, which is the Phoenix. Essentially, it's the death and rebirth, which is Ascended Scorpio. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. How's everyone doing? Thank you. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I think we're done. I think we've done enough story time. That one was really quantum and really cosmic, and I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. I could keep going, though, but I'm tired. How many? What are we at? 2 hours, 3 hours of story time. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Anything else that wants to come forward? You got to keep your head up. Oh, you can let your hair down. Hey. I think we got to relax and let loose a little bit more, guys. Relax and let loose a little bit more. Whatever that is. Sometimes A part of letting go is just letting the hair down, letting the cards fall as they may. Sometimes I have to do that. I literally just go, you know what? I fucking give up. I just drop everything. I go, I give up. I surrender. I have no control here. I surrender everything. I'm gonna let loose and get silly. Right? Sometimes we need to do that. The ascension journey, the awakening process, it can be quite a burden, especially constantly deprogramming. I mean, even the energetics for myself recently has been you're perfect just as you are. Like today, playing with the energies of Venus, it was like, nope, you got nothing to work on. You're perfect. You're beautiful. No more picking at scabs. No more looking for wounds. You're beautiful just as you are. And that is a very important energy of letting go in the process of ascension and awakening. It's okay to take breaks, guys. Like even myself, I have times where I go human, right? Where it's like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna go get a beer, or I'm gonna go, you know, like buy some hot dogs. I'm gonna get off the ascension wagon right now, and I'm gonna go be human for a little bit. And it's an important part of recognizing that divine human, right? It's the soul, the consciousness catching up to the form, and it's the form that's getting familiar for what it is to be consciousness again, aware consciousness. Okay. Even myself today, I had a few moments where I was like, whoa, like I'm just consciousness. And I felt it was that Page of Cups energy. Like I was like, I'm drifting away. Like I'm just consciousness. Like I'm not Corey. I'm just this consciousness. And like, it's one thing to say it, one thing to know it. And to know that you're just consciousness, and to get lost in that consciousness, or to be found within that consciousness, depending on perspective or viewpoint. For myself, it can feel very unfamiliar. It's the form that gets, you know, because once again, it's the body losing density, becoming the divine human. So sometimes we need to take those breaks. We need to take those breaks, and we need to just go be a human and go relax. However that is for you. Go get a massage, go play, go out on a date, go make a Tinder profile, do what you got to do, boo-boo, right? Like ain't no one judging you here. Do what you can to be able to take a break and to surrender at all costs. It's the energy of letting go that opens us up to divine flow. And so a part of the letting go energy is, what will it take for you to let go fully? So tonight, ask yourself, over the next couple of days, what will it take to let go? What would it take to surrender? That which you insert within the quantum field, by asking that question out loud, you're going to get a return on it. The universe is going to show you what it takes to let go and what to surrender fully. Is there something you can do? Do you need to take more baths? Do you need to invest in aromatherapies? Get more candles? Do you need to get a new pillow or a new mattress? Do you need to redecorate your room? Find yourself an apartment? Get a friend? Find a hug? Go get a massage? What do you need to let go? What do you need? The universe is listening and wants to gift you everything that you need in order to let go and to surrender fully. Even if it seems weird or quizzical, or it's differs from beliefs and opinions of the public or the collective or of your family, I don't care. I just want you to have what you need to be able to surrender and let go. So a part of me sharing the miracle today is going to offer you the ability to have your needs met. How will this show up? I don't know. There's so many different people, and you could be seeing this today, tomorrow, or a million years from now. Whether you're hungry, broke, alone, drunk, a fugitive, a person of interest, in the political arena, you're judge, jury, executioner, you have every right to have all of your needs met in this life and in all lifetimes. So it means access to resources. It means being able to receive that which you need in order to be able to play by cosmic law. Right? So there is a cosmic blueprint, a cosmic order through this. And what is that cosmic order? I know a fractal of a fractal of a fractal, or a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. And I too am still picking apart my blue book and my blueprint and my instruction manual. And a lot of the times I go, this instruction manual is complete shit. Like there's a lot of times I'm like, okay, the book of alignment. Screw this book. Why am I reading this book? Why did I sign up for it? Right. And that's the folly in this journey. That's the folly in this journey. But your needs and wants can be met here and now. And I promise you that all those resources are accessible and available within you. It's just about asking that. So tonight I want to ask yourself, want you to ask you, What do I need to achieve a place of divine surrender, of divine love, and a divine harmony with the ease, grace, flow, and the presence of source consciousness and the divine alignment of these pathways? What is it that I need? We can surrender the old, and it is a requirement. Some days it's just a mantra. Some days it's rest. Some days it's feeling into the heavy heart. Some days it's a nice cry. Some days it's having to use some foul language. Sometimes we have to stomach our own creations. Sometimes it's clearing our digestive tract, clearing parental patterning, clearing our pineal gland. There's so much that goes into this, right? I promise you that your needs and wants can be met in accordance to the divine alignment and divine surrender. Just ask yourself the questions and know that it'll arrive, whether tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now. It's about the alignment. And so as long as we keep surrendering at all costs and we keep playing with our inner child, playing with our beauty, playing with our love, I promise you that you will cross paths with your people, with your resources, with your places of being, and with your knowing. Those intersection points are created here and now. And there is a reciprocity in this. There's a give and take. There's a polarity, there's an alignment, and there's some adjustments that are occurring. Trust the alignment, trust the pathway, trust it all. Now that's a big part of surrender. So today, can you trust it all? The entire thing. We'll see.